From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, December 23rd, 2017. Silver is trading at $16.38 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,275 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 4.5 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $15,065. Antiwar.com reports the ACLU filed a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit on Thursday, naming the Defense, Justice, and State Departments, seeking to compel the release of the new rules governing drone strikes and overseas assassinations by the Trump administration. President Obama's presidential policy guidance was ultimately forced to be made public after a similar lawsuit, but his rules were subsequently revised by President Trump. Exactly how they were revised and what they say now has remained a total secret, however. It is generally assumed that the restrictions were greatly eased given President Trump's own comments about killing the enemy in general, and had sought to largely eliminate pre-kill screenings to get the assassinations faster. The ACLU said they were particularly concerned about reports that the continuing and imminent threat requirement from the Obama document had been eliminated as part of an effort to make killing a looser system in general.
You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. You can join the Fans program for as little as $1 per month through Patreon and get perks like ad-free versions of FPP Radio News and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. That's fans.fppradio.com.
UPI reports President Donald Trump's latest travel ban executive order is unlawful, according to a panel of judges in the Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. The appellate court panel's decision roughly aligned with a previous district court injunction, according to BuzzFeed. But Friday's ruling specifically only offers relief to would-be travelers to the U.S. with a bona fide relationship with a person or entity in the United States. The San Francisco-based panel wrote in Friday's ruling, the proclamation, like its predecessor executive orders, relies on the premise that the Immigration and Nationality Act vested the president with a broad power to regulate the entry of aliens. Those powers, however, are not without limit. We conclude that the president's issuance of the proclamation once again exceeds the scope of his delegated authority. Trump's latest travel ban, signed in September, forbids U.S. entry for travelers from Chad, Somalia, Iran, Libya, Syria, Yemen, and North Korea. It also bans some Venezuelan government officials and their families from entering the country. One other federal appellate court, based in Richmond, Virginia, is looking at the legality of the executive order.
For over 40 years, Robertson Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. And as a Bitcoin-preferred business, Robertson Roberts Brokerage has removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co.
Reuters reports U.S. investigators said on Friday that just 6 seconds before an Amtrak train derailed off a bridge and onto a highway near Seattle, the engineer remarked that the train was speeding. The engineer then applied the brakes, but apparently not the emergency brake, according to a statement released by the National Transportation Safety Board after retrieving and reviewing data from the data recorder and inward and outward-facing cameras. Monday's crash south of Seattle killed 3 people and sent about 100 others to the hospital. All 12 cars and one of the 2 engines jumped the track at a curve, sending some cars tumbling from a bridge onto an interstate highway. The NTSB previously said the train was going 80 miles per hour in a 30 mile per hour zone. On Friday, it said the final recorded speed of the locomotive was 78 miles per hour. The train's video cameras were damaged in the crash, but investigators were able to download the content with the manufacturer's help at the NTSB lab in Washington, according to the board. The board said about 6 seconds prior to the derailment, the engineer made a comment regarding an overspeed condition. The engineer's actions were consistent with the application of the locomotive's brakes just before the recording ended. It did not appear the engineer placed the brake handle in emergency braking mode. The camera did not show the crew using any personal electronic devices. Amtrak President Richard Anderson on Friday urged faster national rollout of another safety measure, positive train control, that can automatically slow speeding trains and might have prevented the Washington accident. Positive train control must be installed on all U.S. trains and tracks by the end of 2018. It was not operational on the track where the Amtrak train derailed in Washington. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.